Hi there, this is Matt and Angela doing a little bit on inequalities here. So I'm going to do a little bit on solving here. So I've got an example here. I'm going to do one that's similar and you can have a go at the other questions. So let's have a go. So, so let's say I'm going to do a similar question. This one. So say I had 4p plus 10 is less than 8 minus 2p. Okay then? Right, now what I've got to do here is I've got to find out what p is worth. Okay, now because it's in an inequality, it's going to be p is less than or p is greater than, depending on which side the p ends up at. But you do the same kind of thing as you would as if it was an equal sign. Okay, so let's go through this by using inverses to solve this. Okay, then, so I'm going to change colour and show you what I'm doing. So here I need to get the p's on one side. So I've got 4p's here and I've got minus 2p's here. Now the minus 2p's is less than the 4p, so that is the one I'm going to move. So because it's minus 2p's this side, to move it to the other side, or in terms of balancing, to get rid of it, I would add 2p's. Yeah, so I'd add 2p's to both sides. Okay, so in doing that, I then don't upset the balance. Okay, so I'm adding p's together because I can only add p's together. So I've got 4p plus 2p, which gives me 6p, plus the 10, which is not affected by the p's, is less than 8, and then minus 2p's plus 2p's means it disappears, which is what I wanted because I wanted to end up with just p's on one side. Okay, so now we've got the p's on one side. I know that my p's is going to be this side, so I'm now going to undo the plus 10, which will effectively leave me with just the p's. Okay, so to undo the plus 10, I'm going to take away 10 from both sides. Okay, so I end up here with 6p is less than, because 10 plus 10 minus 10 gets rid of it, is less than minus 2. Yeah, and then I want to know what just p is, so I'm going to divide by the 6. Okay, I'm going to divide by the 6, which leaves me with, sorry, I need to get my colour, p, because 6 divided by 6 is just 1, so I end up with just p, divided by minus 2 over 6. That's it as a fraction. If you had a calculator, you could cancel it down. You could work it out. So this actually cancels down to minus a third, because I can divide top and bottom by 2. Okay, all right. Let's have a look at a similar one here. Okay, so here's a similar one here with t's. So I'm going to do a similar one, and you can have a go at doing that one as well. So here we've got, let's do 40 plus 6 is less than t minus 2. Okay, so I'm going to use my undoing to find out what t is worth. So the smallest t here is just t, because 4t is more, so I'm going to take away t from both sides. Yeah, so I'm left with 3t's plus 6 is less than minus 2. Okay, so I've taken away 1t from 4t's, which give me 3t's. I haven't affected the 6 because that's not got t's in it, and it's less than, this t will disappear, and I've just got minus 2 left. Okay, so now I've got to move everything away from the t's that's left over here. So I'm going to undo this plus 6, so I'm going to minus 6 from both sides. Okay, so I end up with 3t's, the 6 will go, is less than minus 8. Okay, and then I'm going to divide by the value in front of t to find out just what t is worth. So I'm left with t is less than minus 8 divided by 3. Okay, and that's it as a fraction. You can turn it into a mixed number, which is 2 whole ones and 2/3. Remember it's negative. Or if you've got a calculator, you can give it as a number like, I don't know what it is, 2 point something. Oh, minus 2.6 recurring. Okay. Right, now, part B is asking for the whole numbers that t could be. Okay. So t is less than minus 2 and 2/3, yeah? So the greatest value it could be, yeah, so if we had a number line here, so we'd have we've got 0, -1, -2, -3. So t is less than 2 and 2/3, which is here, so it's anything going down there. So the greatest value it could be is -3. Okay, it couldn't be -2 because it's got to be less than -2 and 2/3, which is after -2. Okay, so yeah, and the final one I'm going to do is where you've got equalities either side. Okay, so let me do another example. So say I've got 8 is less than x plus 4, which is less than or equal to 40. Okay, so I treat these separately. So I'm looking at the 8 is less than x plus 4. That's one sort of sum. And then I'm looking at x plus 4 is less than or equal to 14. Okay, so I'm going to do them separately. Okay, so here we're still using our opposite. So I want just x on its own. So I've got to get rid of this -4. So I'm going to -4 from here, which means I've got a -4 from over here, which means I've got a -4 from over here. Okay, so I end up with x in the middle on its own, which is a 1, is less than or equal to, well, this would be 10, that's one way, and then this here would be 4. Okay, so if I was going to write the integers that x could take on a number line, yeah, so you've got 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it could be 10 all the way down to, oh, sorry, I've gone too far, 4. Okay, all right, so the integers it could take is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, but that's an added question. This is the actual answer, that x is between 4 and less than or equal to 10. Okay, so I hope that helps, and have a go at the other questions. Bye.